sometimes there could be confusion over whether or not it's a test. Somebody thinks it's a test, somebody thinks it isn't a test, and you have a goal and you're not sure whether you should take it back. So we're absolutely sure now Swifft versus Flitz is for real. 20 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go with Swifft on this one. I think Swifft will win, but I think it's going to go to 20 minutes. I don't think we're going to see a mercy rule here. And I think it's, yeah, it could go back and forth as well. I think it's going to be close. Yeah, Swifft has been very impressive recently. Been one of the most promising up-and-comers in South America this season. Well, himself and Diaz, the main ones, obviously. Oh, it still says Kofer. Hold on, let me update that. I don't know why it still says Kofer, because I did change that. Oh, I forgot to press enter. I typed in Flitz and I forgot to press enter. There we go. Should change momentarily. Very nice turn by Swifft here. He's tripped up Flitz as well, and doesn't need to do too much awkward reading on the back corner bounce. It does go nicely for him, and it's 1-0 to the Brazilian. Celestial Mind, thanks for the prime, by the way. Welcome to the channel. I think I missed that one earlier on today. This is good stuff from both players, trying to dart back into position. It's going to be Swifft who's too quick. I suppose we should have seen that coming. Clue was in the name. That win on the back corner boost after a pretty slow grind to a halt in the back corner there. Pretty much a death sentence to Flitz in that position. Swifft with another boost steal and another back corner boost steal as well. And he's going to attack high, knowing that that's the one place Flitz can't go. Oh, has he done this? No, he hasn't. It's going to be a double tap out of the net from Swifft, but he nearly had Flitz completely out of position there with the pogo shot and the continuation. And a good save on the recovery as well by Swifft. He's going to concede. Flitz catches him in no man's land. But you really had to work for that one. Swifft proven to be extremely quick off the mark for these races to the ball. Skippy Wisty finished with a 1-goal game. Who came out victorious there? Okay, we are going to get an equalizer here. I wasn't sure if that was going to bounce well for Flitz. Completely wide open net, but with no boost, it's a little bit awkward. He placed it to the correct side away from the respawning Swifft. Oh, it was Wisty coming out on top. That's such a shame for Skippy to get the 10-goal comeback and then lose. Bit rough there. 1-goal difference after all that. Do I like the format? Yeah, I like it. I like new formats. As you all know, if you watch my content over the years, you know I like to mix things up, like to do new things. Don't want to make it too repetitive, and this is definitely something very new. It's obviously a test. Maybe there's additions that could be made to this format to make it more, I guess, of a clear quarters. I mean, the easiest way to make a 20-minute, game, I guess, feel like it's got quarters is just to have an aggregate score. You pick up game 2 where you left game 1, if you want to think about it like that. The only issue with that, though, is can you have a Rocket League match end in a draw? I suppose you could. You would just have to artificially make it end in a draw. So if game 1 was 5-5, you have to just reset the game, or pause the game, end it, then start a second one at 5-5 with 5 minutes left. Oh, great save by Swifft, and a beautiful recovery as well. Flitz completely all in. Thought he might have an opportunity to put himself ahead. Even with a shot across the goal, it's still not enough to go past Swifft, who lunges off the underside of the crossbar to make the save. Yeah, that's more of like a presentation thing, I suppose, and also might be like a mental, I don't know, do you guys think it would be a different feel mentally to have a minute after 5 minutes have gone past, having a minute to gather yourself, no matter what no matter how you feel, you are going to be a minute. You're going to have to wait a minute, I should say. That's an adaptation of this format, I guess, that could be interesting to test in the future. But for this one, this is a much faster way to do it. You're not having to take, 3 minutes in total of breaks between games in a 20-minute game. It's just 20 minutes uninterrupted. That is, of course, unless one of the players calls a timeout. Then it would be interrupted. Sorry for that. I just tapped out with my game in full screen. Forgot about that. But so far, this one is panning out pretty much as expected, with Swifft having the advantage, but not by much. And Flitz, oh, he's nearly slotted another one there. Luckily, he'll be there to grab the back corner boost while Swifft tries to stay alive in the position. It's going to be pretty difficult to get away from Flitz here. Oh, Flitz, his dodge timed out. He tried to dodge into that. You can see him air rolling forward desperately, but his dodge timed out and he couldn't actually flip into the ball. Now he lands well on his back corner wall, but loses his boost anyway. Swifft obviously going to take away the second boost as well in that position. Shoots first time. Flitz with a pre-flip save. Now that was a shot that really only works if Flitz doesn't anticipate it, but that was, I think, fairly straightforward save for a player like Flitz. Surprised Swifft wouldn't play for an air dribble or something of the sort, something a bit more difficult to stop. Have any of the other games that are happening right now gone into, well, have any of the other streams gone into their second game yet? Or is it just me that's into the second game here? Swifft and Flitz. I know we've got probably four matches happening at the same time. Oh, well, that's going to be a fast goal. Swifft is technically on goal. We've got 4 matches happening at the same time for this round as well. And then I believe it goes to just 2 streams. A delayed kickoff by Swifft. He's got a lot of time, but not that much time, as Flitz darts back and bumps him. Swifft intentionally shooting the ball near Flitz there. He knows that it's getting saved, but it also makes it difficult for Flitz to get a good clear on the ball. And Swifft, look at him, just trusting his speed in the air. And he has trusted his speed against Flitz many times, despite being on the away server here. Fancies himself as the quicker of the 2 players by a large enough margin that he can continue to dominate races to the ball. Oh, what a save on the air dribble bump by Swifft. Over the ball, or over the bump I should say, and then saving his dodge to go into the ball. It's a technique that is very, very difficult to pull off timing wise, but seems to be the go-to for a lot of players these days. Against the air dribble bump. Whoa, where did that one come from? Swifft faking the flip reset shot, and then indeed faking the wave dash shot on the ground. Just a soft touch onto it before he lunges into Flitz on the goal line, and there's no way that Flitz saw that one coming. He's lining himself up to try and read the shot, but it's the bump he had to worry about. Toxic Gift Bag 2, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Did you really try and name yourself Toxic Gift Bag and there was someone else called Toxic Gift Bag? Swifft with the chain reset here in quick succession. Notice how he air rolls all the way around to pretty much have an immediate flip reset on the ball after using that first flip. That, of course, enables him to dodge twice in extremely quick succession, making it all the more difficult to react to. Now he's stuck on the post here. Swifft has to get back down somehow. Here comes Flitz again. Fake challenge from Swifft causes Flitz to bite. Flitz is still going to be pretty happy with the position he's got for himself. He's not done too well for it though. And good vision by Swifft. Saw that he had some time to line up the shot and buries it across the pitch to go ahead 9-4. Soul16, thanks for the 26-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you for tuning in. Flitz with the reset. Pre-flip and saved by Swifft with a crossbar pinch. So Swifft trying to set up a wall play here. Decides against it. And now he dives into the air. Fakes another wave dash shot. Fakes a air roll shot as well. Well, Swifft has bailed out of all types of shots there. And does not get an actual shot on target. Flitz will, as he flicks it to the top corner. 4-goal difference. Quite a low scoring game for the first 6 minutes and 16 seconds here. At least compared to what's possible in this format. Again, I'll repeat for anyone who is tuning in, wondering why we've got such a long time left on the clock. The format for this 1v1 tournament is one 20-minute game instead of a best of series. It's just going to be best of one, and it's a 20-minute timer on the clock. Beautiful control by Swifft there with the floor pinch. Up early to shoot this and just places the softest of floor pinches on target, and then gets chasing after it. Yeah, I think having a coach would be extremely beneficial. I think having a coach in 1v1 would be just extremely beneficial in general, because 1v1 is the, well, at least in my opinion, the game with the most strategy in Rocket League competitive. There are more viable plays in ones, more viable play styles, and I think more viable switches that you can make to your game as well, and reads that you can get on your opponent in pretty much any aspect of the game. But that's of course a topic that's up for debate. It's not really been, I think, unanimously decided that 1v1 is the most strategical game mode. In my opinion, it definitely is so. Well, Swifft really needed that boost. He was trying to guarantee the boost grab with that dodge, but of course by dodging like that, he's centered the ball, so when he didn't get the boost, the rest was history. Placement not looking too good there for Flitz. He's actually just conceded possession with that shot. Could have placed it a lot better and forced a weak save. Nice awareness though of that occasion by Flitz as he reacted to the run ahead of the ball by Swifft. He's looking for that run ahead demo again. That's much better from Flitz when it comes to placement, giving him time to circle the back corner, but Swifft has still got control. Keeps his momentum going in reverse to get back to the ball, and look how quick he is in these skirmishes for possession. One flip reset for Swifft, and the flick after the fact not all that impressive. In fact, he's going to lose another goal, and we have a 2-goal difference here as Flitz starts to come back by a little bit more. Jacob No Tilt RL, thanks to the 5-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Some costly mistakes being made by Swifft in terms of decision making in a couple of these plays. Very risky defending, and it has cost him. But he's still got that 3-goal lead. He's still holding on, and still looking pretty good moving forward. Oh, he nearly had the pre-flip save there. Collided with the post though. That has resulted in a goal for Flitz again. Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned mic volume actually. I might have to just quickly check. My mic volume should be, I mean, it should be decent. I don't know why it's looking as quiet. You are right, it does look very quiet, and I don't know why. Because I've got it on my usual settings, and for some reason it is just quiet. But anyway, shall I turn it up 1 inch? I should turn my mic up. Control double there by Swifft. Very safe to get behind the ball like this. I'll tell you what, I'll turn it up by just a few decibels. 1 second. Let me just, how's this for comparison? I just started out 3 decibels, which is, you know, it's actually quite a lot, 3 decibels, but maybe that'll be fine. Is that fine? Do I need to put it a little bit higher? Better? Because yeah, usually it's louder than this. I'm looking at my volume on my OBS, and it definitely does usually register louder. Surely that's a goal. Oh my goodness, how is that not gone in, Flitz? He had about, I don't know, 10 different angles he could have hit that. It would have gone in, but he's just sniped it sideways. A good back corner 50-50 nets him a goal on the very next play, so he's going to be fine. Yeah, what do you guys think? Should I put the mic up any more? 1 if I should put it a tiny bit higher, 2 if I should just leave it now. Let's see a quick visual decision here. 2. Okay, hold on. Let me do that. 3 more decibels. How's that? Gotta be careful here. It's gonna suddenly get a whole lot louder. Right, type 3 in chat if that's perfect, and we should leave it. Oh, no way! What a save by Flitz! Swifft to the point blank range pogo shot, but Flitz has saved it with cat-like reflexes. Still Swifft in offense. And flip reset's going to make this very tricky for Flitz. And again, he does well. Goal side. And refusing to leave an easy opening. Another spectacular save there by Flitz as well. Swifft has not done a bad job mixing up his offense here, but Flitz has had an answer for everything. Back corner boost stolen by Swifft though. He's looping back around. Back corner bump, that's a huge bump, and Flitz has recovered somewhat. In fact, he's done enough to cause Swifft to miss twice. And now the back corner boost has spawned again. Swifft steals it one more time. Well, Flitz has come up with some unbelievable saves here. But honestly, not bad by Swifft either to come up with so many different types of shots. Yeah, so you guys got to be careful. I've turned it down a touch again because I think it was getting a bit louder in my own ear there. Frustration from Flitz as he concedes after conceding possession pretty carelessly in the back corner there. Yeah, the issue with microphone volume is that it can be a bit adjustable depending on whether we're just chatting or whether we're just reacting to something absolutely insane that's happened. So I think I've turned it back down to, well, we're 3 decibels higher than we were at the start of the stream, and just 3 lower than we were right there when it got maybe a bit too loud. Yeah, thanks for the feedback, guys. Again, not sure why it decided to be quieter today, because I haven't changed any settings, but I'm sure any of you who have worked with audio will know that it does have a mind of its own, and you just kind of have to go with it. What a read by Swifft. Flitz shooting low with the hook shot there against an in and out save. Usually, in and out save purpose is to get some elevation and some momentum. Swifft kind of used it as a mind game there. Went high into his goal, only to then jump back down to the ground. Oh, what a turnaround. Flitz back within 2. 8 minutes 36 on the clock, and we have a game in our hands. Very clean shot by Flitz there. The first touch didn't leave a lot of work to be done. And that just really shows you how effective that first touch was. Who am I predicting to win the whole thing? Yeah, probably Moxie, I think. Because he can... I think this might be his biggest tournament that he's playing right now, whereas Nas has to obviously think about RLCS these days. Then again, though, is I guess, between splits for Nas, so maybe he's going to be hard grinding ones as well. They're definitely the favorites for me. Let's take a look at Swifft POV on this one. Yeah, he did get clipped there. Thought he had a jump over Flitz, and I'm sure that's frustrating at 136 ping as well. He probably looked like he had to save it then, got teleported back into his net. Oh, what a flick by Swifft. Well, I'll tell you what, that is one of the smoothest catch and flicks you're going to see today. Huge gap between his car and the ball when he jumped for this one, but he caught it mid-air and then turned around and flicked it all in one smooth motion. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I think when it comes to tournaments, Moxie and Nas are the guys to look out for in this lineup. They're the two who have had the best performance. I guess Drali's also in here. Maybe Drali's a player who needs to be mentioned when we talk about favorites to win this whole thing. Is there anyone else you guys would throw into that kind of category? I don't think there would be, to be honest. Maybe, I mean, there's Raziers, there's Jarias. They've had success in ones tournaments as well in the past, and the fact that the West side, well, the fact that there's guaranteed to be one West player in the grand final does help. I think players like Wavy have a good case for winning, because you only have to beat the one player from the East side of the bracket in the final. You don't have to go through 3 of them in the quarters, semis, and the final combined. So yeah, Wavy's definitely in the conversation. I think Diaz, if he can make it to the final, he's got a great chance as well. Yeah, I do back Wavy to be the final representative for the West side of the bracket. Okay, that's just that's going to go in for Flitz. So another 1-goal game. We've got 7 minutes to go though, so don't panic. We're not anywhere near a conclusion. This has gone very close. It's a nice recovery though by Flitz to get that one on target. A really bizarre situation as he's getting bumped multiple times towards his goal, but he got a flip reset and managed to use it perfectly to get the shot on target. Now Swifft deletes the ball before Flitz can retreat. 2-goal gap again. Yeah, he got a flip reset from landing on top of Swift's car. I mean, it's something that can happen when your opponent tries to catch you. Oh, look at this from Swifft. He's played for the inverted half flip kickoff here. It doesn't work out too well. Swifft gets the 100 boost and possession, but what on earth has happened after that? Well, Flitz had a good position for himself. He had 100 boost and possession, and then he just centered it to his imaginary teammate. I can only imagine. I really don't know what play he was going for there. I mean, he centered the ball and then tried to run ahead, maybe to demo Swifft, but obviously Swifft is not going to stick around to be demoed. He's just going to go and collect the ball. Second inverted half flip kickoff in a row there for Swifft. Usually players will bail on that one if it does get red the first time. He's got a flip to work with here. I'm sure Flitz is aware of that. Yeah, he knows that Swift's up to in that position. Well, Swifft did score a goal like this earlier on, you know, air rolling all the way around to get a second flip reset pretty much immediately after flipping onto the ball. And Flitz may have thought that he was hiding behind the ball there. Well, Swifft definitely didn't disguise his position from him in the follow-up. 3-goal difference, 6 minutes to go. About to be a 2-goal difference, or is it? As Swifft now tries to retreat to stop what initially looked like a completely botched open net. I mean, Flitz did not make that easy for himself. He's finished it off very well using the last drop of his boost, but that was about the most awkward way to score that open net that you could possibly go for. I think that, you know, the main two options there would just be one, just score the open net, lol. Number two, pass it off the back wall to yourself, but actually rolling it up the back wall. I don't know why he's hard moding that open net. And Swifft just ego challenges him in the next play, and Flitz did not react quickly enough to it. 3-goal gap again as we approach the final 5 minutes of the game. We've had a very consistent difference in score for the majority of the game here, with Swifft leading for almost the entire game, with some 3-goal leads, some 1-goal leads, some 2-goal leads. But he has led the entire game, pretty much. Flitz into the air again, and another very early jump by Swifft, but this time he, instead of challenging directly, intercepts the ball on the way to his backboard, plays for the defensive double tap. Now he's going for a more aggressive one. Oh, look at how he's clipped that. That's ridiculous. He didn't even, well, he didn't even use his dodge here, but he obviously could have. He just used his second jump to ping himself into the ball at the last second. And now he sits motionless in his net as Flitz pop bumps him. This fake jump from Swifft really didn't do too much there, as Flitz just barrels him out of the way. Yeah, if you did just get here right now, the scoreline is as a result of this format being one 20-minute game. That's the idea here, is we're doing one game per round, 20 minutes. And when all is said and done, the winner of that one game advances into the next round. The leader of this game, for the most part, has been Swifft, but Flitz has been knocking at the door and almost pulls it back to a 1-goal difference here. He still might. This is a great position for him. Flitz, a lot of goal to aim at here, and he puts it bottom corner. Yeah, it might be good to have a format command. I mean, then again, it is pretty straightforward. It's not. I don't mind explaining it. I don't mind explaining it intermittently throughout the stream. Are we going to see a tie game here? We really could. Flitz has got some boost left over, and he does enough to make it 18 goals apiece. Kickoff possessions working wonderfully for Flitz, and I wonder if we're going to see that inverted half flip again, because Swifft cannot get control of the ball here. This time he does. Big kickoff to the inside by Swifft. He wants to get this one moving quickly so he can keep the pressure on and steal the boost away. Swifft creates some space for the big play off the wall. This is going to be extremely difficult to stop. Delayed aerial shot top corner. Well, Swifft faked the initial aerial play, let the ball bounce a little bit closer, and then snipes it into the roof of the net. Beautiful finish. 4 minutes to go and we've got a 1-goal game. Remember, there's No need for a 15-goal mercy rule from here. No way we're going to see that, but we could still see timeouts called. We've not had a timeout be called today, but players are entitled to one each at any point during the game that a goal has been scored. So if either player scores late in the game here, you've got 2 seconds left in the clock, 1 goal difference. So you could see a timeout there. It would be a 2-minute timeout for them to conjure up the best comeback strategy imaginable. Swifft decides against the flip reset, which looked like it was going to be a touch too much all in. Patience from Flitz, but oh, he's just been completely called there. He tried to fake Swifft off of this. He's just trying to drive straight into the ball and hoping Swifft will leave, but Swifft just goes straight for it. That was honestly a great call on the bluff from Flitz. Obviously if Flitz flips there, Swifft is in a disastrous position. Swifft knew that there's a high chance Flitz isn't going to flip into that ball, because doing so would just concede if Swifft does back off to the midfield. Has he gone ahead by 3? No, it's off the inside of the post. Swifft still leading though. And he's a bit closer. Good spacing by Swifft. Top corner, over the shoulder. And it's a 3-goal lead again. This is all about placement here. Flitz had boost, but he just couldn't get to the ball. And he advanced too far forward in his net, thinking it was going to be a far post shot. Mid boost for Swifft. Flitz just sends a P-roller on target. Easily saved by Swifft, who's going straight down the middle here. It's the backflip flick to pop the ball high, but it goes slightly wide. The mind game though leaves the net wide open, and Swifft slots it. Creative shot selection here by Swifft. Made it look like he could be lining up for a pop bump, and instead just flicks it up and over his opponent and fakes them out in the recovery. There is that inverted half flip again by Swifft, and he gets some good distance on the clear, at least making it to midfield play. Fakes a pre-jump challenge. Flitz doesn't fall for it, but Swifft still gets up and over him on the air double bump save. And now we can see some time wasting here from Swifft. He takes it up to the air. Definitely wasting a little bit of time, but it looks like he's going for goal as he pogos a shot straight at Flitz. Again, quick reflexes by Flitz to keep it out. Swifft is just sending the ball flying to Flitz's end, using every mechanical ability he knows. Flitz keeping it simple though, and keeps it within 3. You gotta remember, even though this has felt like such a long time compared to a regular Rocket League game, 2 minutes 15 seconds is still a long time in 1v1. And 3 goals is not a lot in 1v1, so this lead is far from safe. Flitz might have patiently waited here, and now can pick his moment to strike. Side flip shot is good. This is such a cool strategy to see being used, because notice Flitz lets the ball roll off the front of his car here, pulls up alongside it and side flips. So look how quickly that ends up in the back of the net. Even if Swifft did not move in to challenge the ball, there's a very good chance that he wouldn't have seen that coming. Delayed kickoff by Flitz. Mid boost grab as well. He could very easily get this within 1 goal here. Beautiful angle for the shot. It's off the bar though. Flitz chasing Swifft into the back corner. Loops back around. Airball shot is a weak one. Now it's Swifft taking his time. Wants that back corner boost. Has to go at it a second time and he'll get it. Ground to air dribble by Swifft. Wants a heavy last touch here. Gets it, and it's a 3-goal gap again. 23-20. It's a shame we put these players in orange and blue and not vice versa. Otherwise we could have had last year as a scoreline. Swifft could probably just dial it back a little bit here and make it very difficult for Flitz to come back in the game. I think I would imagine, I would guess he's not going to do that. He's just going to keep attacking. It's Flitz who's attacking right now. And let's take another look at the shot, because it's actually a very interesting recovery. Notice how Flitz has lined himself up for that back wall recovery while he's shooting there. Very, very clean landing. Got back to the ball a lot faster than Swifft was expecting. Now Swifft reads that delayed kickoff in the diagonal spawn. Tries for the open net, hits the bar. Final minute approaching, and we still have an extremely close game. Flitz bails out of a double tap. It's going to be easy for Swifft to get onto the end of that one. Tries to counter-attack straight down the middle, but Flitz easily defends that. And now he can go within 1 goal. in the final minute here. Low 50. Maybe a touch too late as Swifft gets enough on the ball to put it sideways, but it's still Flitz attacking. Wants to pinch a bottom corner. Swifft covers that as well, but he's not got this one covered. Or does he? Well, he darts back and covers the top corner, but I think part of the net may have been open there for Flitz. That was definitely an opportunity that you'd love to have back. 35 seconds to go. Swifft could go for a big air dribble here, but he's just playing conservatively. Does not want to go all in and concede in the closing minute. Another demo for Swifft. Flitz has to foresee issue here, and he is doing so, diving straight into the play from spawn, and he lands a good challenge on it. Surely not going to work out for Flitz. No, it's not. It's bounced horribly for him, and here comes Swifft again. Flitz has one more chance here. He has to score on this last attack, and he will, surely. No, it's going to be a good save by Swifft. He tried to put it in his own net, in fact. We do not get the final second heroics from Flitz. A great save from Swifft. Gotta remind yourselves, that guy's on 136 boosts and he's read that fake. Yeah, close game throughout. Very, very consistent scoreline throughout this game as well. The result is that Flitz advances to that next round. Let's take a look at the bracket, see if we've got any other updates for you guys. We do. So fastest beaten Tricky, that's 21 to 19. And I believe that the next game we've got is this one. So we're going to need to watch the Hootie Who Cosmic Daunt match and the Fear Frosty Aris match to know who's coming up next on our stream. We've got the winner of Cosmic Daunt against Frosty or Aris. I'm just going to double check that actually. I believe it is. Yeah, that's who we've got.